What's going on, YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry. I'm the crypto vet. Thank you for tuning back in. Today we're going to go over a deep dive into XRP. Everybody knows that this is my favorite cryptocurrency. This is the crypto that I am invested the most in, and I think it has the best project overall. I love Ripple, the company, as far as what they're doing to try to advance the crypto space as a whole. And I know that a lot of people don't like XRP, but hey, that's fine. Everybody gets their own opinion. So if you like this, you like my content, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Super close to 1,000 subs on YouTube. It's been a fucking hell of a journey, and I've enjoyed it very, very, very much. And actually, on a side note, I am trying out a new crypto-based platform called Odyssey, and I actually just was able to transfer my whole YouTube channel over to here. So I don't really know if I like it yet or not, but this whole channel is based off, I think it's the LBRY cryptocurrency. LBRY, and it's a really, really good idea for monetization as far as content creators and things like that. So if you did want to check it out, head over here. It's just exact same channel. It's just Crypto Vet. So come support me over here too if you feel like it. If you don't, hey, whatever, fuck it, do what you want, right? But just wanted to bring that up since I just got everything transferred over today. Again, if you haven't followed me already, hit me up on Twitter at XRP Veterinarian. I have been posting a lot of charts about Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum here. Just because I think a lot of things are going to be happening here soon, as well as links to the Discord and Twitch down below. And for the people who are wondering who this is over here, if you don't watch me on Twitch, this is Richard. He's my little desk llama. I do have a mustache on him at the moment, but this guy's kind of a dick, and he helps me with trading. So if I ever am worried about what I should do, I ask this little guy, and he helps me with my trading. So if you're wondering, so I thought I'd throw him in on this video. But let's get started here in CoinMarketCap. If you watched my last video earlier today, we covered Bitcoin in depth, just like we are doing XRP today. You can see right now that the markets are looking pretty red right now, but it's not bad. We just had a little bit of a correction. Some of the biggest gainers, some of my favorite coins, we have Engine, OMG, Quantum, Theta, again, like the Odyssey coin. So there's still a lot of altcoins that are performing very well. And then some of the biggest losers, again, big 7-day pump. These are the corrections that you are gonna expect whenever you have anything just go absolutely crazy. But to get us started with XRP, one of the things I think we always have to take a look at is Bitcoin dominance. And right now, Bitcoin dominance is falling. We are currently at around 57 on TradingView. If we head back to CoinMarketCap, it's showing roughly 55.6%, and the current market cap is at 1.89 trillion. So we're getting really close to that 2 trillion point, and we want to get above that, right? But it could be a hurdle, and with Bitcoin dropping in value being the biggest cryptocurrency, we'd need a lot of money to flow into alts, get that market cap to increase up. But looking here at Bitcoin dominance, one of the things I said would be a start of alt season is this drop below the 61. And we started to have that about, a week ago, and we've been slowly coming down. And if we were to draw, say, a horizontal line exactly where we see the Bitcoin dominance at right now, we can see that we have some support, and now not only do we get below it, but we were getting rejected as of now and heading down to the downside. I had a question on Twitch and in the Discord about, where would Bitcoin dominance go? Well, if we do have a little head and shoulders pattern here, just a simple measured move of that with this previous one as the neckline here, we could see us drop to around 50% on as far as the Bitcoin dominance, but we could also have it drop even lower, right? And I didn't even mention this in my last video on Bitcoin, but also if you want to check out the video on Bitcoin and everything on it, I'll have that thing posted right up above my little finger there. But we could go down to as low as 41%, and this isn't crazy at all because we've actually had Bitcoin dominance all the way down to 35. And that doesn't mean that Bitcoin is going to be worthless at 20 grand or lower. It just means that there's enough money into the altcoins that it is devaluing Bitcoin against itself, right, against the altcoins. So this is something to take into account, especially now that we're seeing other coins going up, all these altcoins moving up. So if we get down to, say, 49, 50%, we could have a bounce in this area and then start going up, and this would be a time to maybe take some profits on the alts, or we could crush that and go even lower. And then at around this point, for sure, is when I would start taking profits on altcoins. All right, but now got that out of the way. Oh, this will be in the video of the Bitcoin right above here. So let's go ahead and look at XRP. So if you're following me on Twitter, I posted this chart here, and a close friend of mine who watches me on Twitch all the time, right? You see, he brought up this chart that he saw for the British pound and XRP, and he's like, hey, do you think it's actually possible that XRP could get to, say, $10,000? And I said yes, and he was like, no, there's no way. You know, that would put the market cap at something absolutely, fucking ridiculous and all that. And I still said yes. And there's lots of reasons why, right? I'm sure you've heard things of like XRP is trying to take all of the money, or, the Great Reset, and it's going to flip the financial system, right? Well, none of that's going to happen overnight, but in time, it is very, very possible to me that XRP could be worth well over $10,000. And we're going to go over that now. So on this chart here, I have on the weekly, this is the Bitstamp XRP chart, all the way back from when it was first listed back in 2016, the initial pump, and further on. And this here is on the log scale, and we are currently right here in this March-April area, currently trading at around 93 cents. So if we just go back all the way there, we can see some key things about XRP at this time, right? We can see that in this box, this was a big consolidation zone, a big zone of support, as well as a zone of rejection right down here. And, we can really zoom in to kind of see. We can see we had issues getting back up into the box, trying to get out of the box. And then when we broke out, we turned that box into support. So this is all of XRP that we know of as of right now. We had the pump back in 2017, which is giving us the upper limits of our ascending channel here that is all of XRP at the moment. And then I also have a trend-based fib extension presented here from the low that we had here, which is pretty much zero, up to the highest point that we have reached so far, which is up at around 337 on Bitstamp. And then I came back down to the low that we had back in, I think this was before March. Nope, this is March of 2020 when we had the Black Swan event with the coronavirus. So doing this here, we have just a general idea of what's happened. So to project what's going to happen, I simply copied exactly these bar charts and I added it on top. And right here, you could see that it comes up to touching exactly here. And of course it would, right? This is a copy of the previous chart. But you also have to remember that this is now on the logarithmic scale, so things are changing as the price gets much, much higher. As you can see here, it overextends, gets a little bit higher, and that would be expected as time goes on. We don't know what the dollar valuation is, and so many other factors to mention. But if we were to take a fib extension of just this first rally, we were able to get up to the 1 fib from here to there. So it would be very expected that we would be able to get to the 1 fib extension again from this rally. So that would put us at a price target of roughly $109 by the end of this actual rally, which could be right at the end of December and January. And, a lot of people are like, well, no, that's just absolutely crazy. Well, you have to think about how many people are coming into the crypto space. People are losing faith in the US dollar, which is the world's reserve currency. There's a lot of other factors that we haven't actually had at play in the last cycle. And remember, crypto is so young. It's in its infancy. Crypto has only been around for about a decade, right? This is still baby things here. When the internet was first established, that's when I was born. I was born in, 91 when the internet was first starting to make its presence, right? Well, now 20 years later, look at how big the internet is compared to what it was 20 years ago, right? So we're half the age of the internet in a sense as far as crypto. And to not think that each individual cryptocurrency couldn't have a $1 trillion+ market cap is absolutely just bonkers, right? I mean, you look at Google, Tesla, Amazon, pick a big ass company, they're all in the trillions, right? There's at least a dozen $1 trillion valuation companies. So, and then market cap is not going to be your best indicator as far as, you know, what the value of something is. I use the example, if there's 100 people and all 100 of them buy a Coke for $2, the market cap for Coke is $200. Well, if they go to a certain game where, you know, demand is high and supply is low, like a football game, they could spend $50 per Coke. Well, now the market cap for Coke is $1,000. Is a Coke really worth $50 a piece? No. It's whatever you're willing to pay for it at that moment in time with current supply that's going to give you market cap. So I try to avoid utilizing that as a valuation of what something could be worth. So going back to this chart here, XRP is setting up for an explosion. And we'll go into the short term here, but let's just stick to this long-term idea here. If we were to take off, hit our all-time high at around $3, enter price discovery, we would hit the golden pocket right when we were around $9 to $10, which would be right here and could very well be within the next 3 to 4 weeks. If you look at when XRP pumped previously, it only took about 3 weeks for this to go up and 3 weeks for it to come all the way back down to 50 cents. Right? So this can happen fast, this can happen quick, and you know, I definitely wouldn't want you to miss it. Remember, I'm just a doctor / idiot. This is not financial advice, but you know, XRP likes to make moves and it likes to make moves fast. But so we were here, we jump up, and we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we stay and consolidate in this area. I think the high for this first pump of the cycle will be roughly around $25. And I've been calling $20 to $30 for a long time, so many other chart analysts. But this is why I called 25 exactly. And it's only because if you just take a copy of what it was before, that just seems like a very solid time to take profit. And of course, I will try to take profit around there. I'll never sell all my XRP, but I'm hoping that I can get a nice rebuy in between the $9 to $10 area. And so let's say we continue on there and we go up more. Well, we'll actually hit the top of this next cycle around $250 for XRP. I put 150 plus here because this is where stuff gets crazy, right? If, you know, there's not as much supply and there's still a high demand, we could overshoot things very easily. But from there, we will enter into another bear market that could last 2 to 3 years. But at that point, we'll have turned what this box of consolidation was here to a new box right at the golden pocket that's going to extend probably around, was it $7 to $10? And that will be the best buying time as we go back through the bear market. Now, of course, you know, with me, I like to trade wherever it is just for fun. You know, you can trade and accumulate all the way through this, but we won't be expecting another big pump until we enter the next phase of the Bitcoin halving, which, you know, will be around this time here, and we could see an exact copy of what happened back like now and back in 2017 occur again. And during this time, we don't know what stuff's going to be worth. We don't know if crypto is going to take over. What if XRP does, you know, the world's reserve bridge currency? Who the fuck knows, right? But at this time, you know, we could be seeing $1 to $2 million Bitcoin, and a $10,000 XRP is not going to sound weird at all. And this copy and paste puts it right up to 10,000. And if we'll get it above it, and then we'll hold $10,000 per XRP as a good support, transferring this same box on up to here, because this is logarithmic. So to get up to the next level is going to logarithmically make it go up, right? I couldn't think of another word to use in its place. So this is where I think XRP is heading here. And then in the short term, we could be seeing a $2 to $3 XRP, excuse me, in the next week or two. And we could potentially be seeing a $20 to $25 XRP in the next 1 to 2 months. And then by end of the year, after we have a couple months to cool off, because, you know, not everything can just go straight up, easily hit over $100 per XRP by the end of the year, and then enter into our bear market. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next chart. So this here, I sent this actually to Moon Lambo because it was a very interesting article, and it's talking about Peter Brandt, who doesn't like XRP, but he's calling this thing, it's called, there's a special name for it. It was actually kind of a cool name. Let me find it. Oh, compound fulcrum. And when you switch or flip this specific resistance here, you can have a catapult that's exactly the same distance that you went into or drop below the resistance at the same time. And I found this after I was looking and saw that we had this. I had no idea what the name of it was or anything. Didn't even know it had a name. I was just talking in the Discord that, you know, if we can get above this and actually close, it would be very, very likely that XRP could shoot to the top. Found this article and it made me dig even deeper to find and make these really detailed charts on exactly when this has been support, resistance, and, you know, how it is very, very possible that we're running out of time. And I did this specifically because back in November, before we broke 30 cents and went all the way up to 75 cents, the night before it happened, I made a video saying that, hey, you know, we're running out of time. It was the first time that I actually made one of those videos, so I thought for all time's sake, fuck, maybe it'll actually happen again if I make a really detailed video about XRP. So that's what we're doing today. Now, if we look here, I have this just on the 3-day just to help with constricting, but still having some sort of clarity and detail. We had right here at this 1675 sats key support on XRP, a support right back here in November where we bounced, found resistance at around 4,200, 4,400 sats, came down and fell through. This is when the SEC started talking shit back in December. We're forming this beautiful W pattern, and now we've broken above this key resistance, and we're turning it into support. And we could close this candle here in about an hour and a half and have a daily candle close above this key resistance now as support. And we could start to bounce here for the next couple days, get a weekly close on Sunday that just confirms the shit out of this, and we could see one of these parabolic runs. That this one here went over 48 days, this one took 29 days, and, you know, within that time, we could go up over 1,000% on XRP. And, you know, I just don't think this is something to miss out on. You know, of course, we'll probably have some good resistance here at around this 4,400-ish sat range, which is about $2.50 per XRP, with BTC being roughly 56,000. So, but after we get across that, you can see it was major resistance or support. So resistance, we would need to get above that again. But once we get above that, we're not looking for another key point of resistance until we get up to around 6,800, 70,000 or 7,000 sats. So very, very, very good for XRP here in the short term. If we look here, this is the same chart zoomed in, we can see that we had this this basic standard dump. We came down, we had a little relief rally, and then we came down further. We consolidated underneath that key resistance, underneath the 0.236. When we tried to get out, we got shut down real fast. And now we have broken up above it, above the 236, above the key resistance, and now we can hold it as support. We could start to see a big pump, impulse wave, and get all the way up to this target. And, you know, with all the good news around the SEC and XRP right now, you know, seeing Brad Garlinghouse saying, like, I knew this was going to happen, you know, this is very good for XRP holders, and a lot of people will start to go, all right, maybe there wasn't nothing to worry about. Even though the asshats and fucking idiots, you know, destroyed the reputation and market of XRP, things are starting to turn around. FOMO kicks in. This could just continue and go very, very, very high, very fast. I mean, this rally right here was, what is that, 171%, and this was in 3-4 days. So, you know, definitely keep an eye on this level. I will be putting in a very, very large long at this level if I can, and I'll be buying in as I can at lower leverage just to hopefully get a pump from, you know, 88 cents up to $2 to $3 and make some bank money off of that. Looking at the same chart here in the longer term, or on the weekly, you can see again, support. There's the resistance. If we were to break above this, we could start to see another impulse wave that's much bigger. And this here is putting us at almost $10. But remember this, we have to remember the sats is going to be whatever Bitcoin is in comparison to XRP. But if Bitcoin's at a certain price, the dollar valuation could be a little bit different. And let me, another chart here. one of the questions that I asked is, why are we struggling so much right here? Well, if we look back at May of 2018, it was 2018 was the last time that we saw XRP above $1. And right here, you can see at this 94 to 96 cents, this was a resistance that we could not get over during the relief before we started to fall even further. So getting above this here, or holding above this, is very crucial, because right above it at $1.10, where we actually got stopped out, is where the next resistance was above. So being able to trade in between this little zone here will prove to be very, very good for, oops, I had a lot of other stuff on here. But trading in this area here is where we want to stay, to show that we have flipped those resistances to support, and that we can actually start to move even higher from here. If we go into the real short term, whoever's been following my channel, we've had this symmetrical triangle here. We had our big pump and then our fall. Here's the SEC news. We can see that we have this large range that occurred within this giant triangle here. If we were to take a measured move of that from where we were, we can see that we met that target and we overshot it, which was right at the key 110 resistance, also the 1.618, and then we were rejected and we came down. Well, right now you can see that this point right at the 91 to 94, maybe as low as 85, 86, this is the range where that key support is, or resistance that we flipped to support on the BTC chart, and now we are holding above it. So a daily close here in the next 1 to 2 hours above this point, we could see a very, very bullish engulfing candle that gets us back up here, because look at this gain over the past 3 days, and then to only retrace about 20-30% of that full range. You know, it's very, very bullish in the short term. So, you know, I'm hoping to see that occur and play out from there. And the last question that I had on XRP was, you know, what happened during the last rally? So I pulled up the daily, and this is back in 2017 on the left-hand side, and this is where we currently are. And you can see I have the fib lines lined up exactly the same, and this here is the, oh, it's spread all the way out. I'd have to go here. This is the 0.236, and the 382 is right above it. If we look here, we can match the prices with the cursor on both sides. Right here at the 0.236 is right down at 86 cents, which is lining up exactly with the BTC to XRP chart. We can see it was resistance after the first pump, and it took about 5-6 days before we got above it. And then we had this really big indecision candle before going parabolic afterwards. So if we were to match that to where we are now, you can see that we are setting up very similarly to before the big pump. Lots of, we don't know, not sure. You know, we could have 2 or 3 more days of playing in this range, but once the decision is made, it moves, and it moved quick. You know, this was up to $2 in just 3 days, and you know, the range, the volatility was absolutely crazy. So to see us pump from here, kind of get up to that $1.30 range, very, very likely we could get a big rejection back down. But at this point, we just need to hold this 86 cent point to make sure that, you know, yes, we are, everybody's agreeing that it's time to go up from here. So if we go into the 4-hour and the hourly, you can see that we are forming a very bullish pattern. We have a nice symmetrical triangle with higher lows, lower highs. We got a little W pattern forming here on the hourly. So we could potentially see a nice retest of $1.02, and you know, if we were to get above this and hold, I still wouldn't be set until we actually set a new high for the year, as XRP just loves to just kind of shit on you. But right here we do have 2 little buy signals on the hourly, showing that we could have a nice little double bottom here. So a break of this 97 cent, maybe roughly 98 cents, to me would be a very good sign that we will come up another 2 or 3 cents at least to test the next resistance. So but overall, we are still a little bit overbought in the short term, just because just going up so quickly. But just previously, XRP did this giant wick here. This time we don't have that, and we are above both of these incredible volatile moments, and above the 80 cent region, which was something that we had took a lot of effort to get above, if that makes sense. So very, very, very bullish on XRP. So I'm hoping that, you know, me making this video, going over it just like I did last time, in the next 1 to 2 days, we will see this giant green candle and head to the moon. So again, if you like that, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and if you have any questions or anything, feel free to hit me up on Twitch or on the Discord, YouTube comments. Let me know, find a way to get a hold of me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.